Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends. This is Mike DeJohn with the Soundstage EDU podcast. And today's episode isn't about fundraising. It's not about volunteer planning. It's not about bylaws, sponsorships, or Robert's Rules of Order. Today is about the moment everything starts to change. Not when a strategy is implemented, not when a board votes, not when a fundraiser hits its goal. But it's when someone quietly says, "Hey, we need help." That moment right there is where the healing begins. And I want to talk about it because most of the time, the biggest problem we see in arts programs didn't come from one bad decision or one angry parent or even an entire difficult year. It came from silence. It came from everyone being afraid to be the first one to raise their hand and say, "This is getting out of control. We are overwhelmed and we don't know what to do next." And that's why the discovery call matters. Not because it's a business transaction, not because it's a sale, not because it leads to hiring me later, but because reaching out is symbolic. It's psychologically symbolic. It's the moment someone admits, we don't have to do this alone. Let's be honest. In the booster world, in arts education, in leadership, there's this unspoken pressure that you're supposed to have all the answers. You're supposed to be organized, calm. You're supposed to know what to do. You're supposed to have a plan. And when you don't, people feel embarrassed. Their ego kicks in. They stay quiet. They pretend that it's fine. You know what? That you've heard it. Oh no, everything's fine. It's fine. It's going to be fine. We're fine. And then that silence becomes the real problem. So I want to say something out loud, something I wish every school, every booster board, every director, every volunteer would hear. And it's this. Needing help does not mean that you are failing. Needing help means you care enough to fix it. And the person who reaches out, that person isn't weak. That person isn't clueless. And certainly that person isn't incapable. Because in my opinion, the person who reaches out is quite possibly the bravest person in the room. When someone books a discovery call, it's not a signal of desperation. It's a signal of leadership. It's saying, our kids deserve better. Our director deserves support. Our parents deserve clarity. Our program deserves stability. People think the hardest part is the fundraising, the bylaws, the drama, the communication breakdowns, but it's not. The hardest part is admitting that you don't have to do everything alone. That's why I say it's symbolic. In psychology, the first step toward healing is admitting the reality of the situation. I mean, once someone says and admits, we need help, the fog starts to lift. Clarity begins to emerge. Options appear. And in all of that, hope returns. It's not because the consultant is magical, but because someone broke the silence. And let me tell you, with full respect, zero judgment, some of the stories that come up in these conversations are heavy. Some are simple. Things like, we need better organization. We need a volunteer pipeline. We need a fundraising plan that doesn't burn people out. And honestly, those are easy fixes. But then there are the deeper ones. Ones that y'all may find hard to believe. But entire boards falling apart. Directors feeling ultimately abandoned. Booster leaders in tears because they can't please everyone. And programs losing families because communication vanished. Those conversations are real. They're raw. They're human. And every single time, the person on the other end of that phone call almost apologizes to me for feeling overwhelmed. They say things like, I know I should have figured this out sooner. Or I don't want anyone to think I'm incompetent. Or the most dangerous one, I didn't want to admit we were struggling. But here's the truth. The most successful organizations in the country have advisors. They have consultants, mentors, coaches. They have systems. Fortune 500 companies have them. Nonprofits have them. School districts have them. Why? Because smart leaders don't wait until everything breaks. Smart leaders reach out early. It's not a threat against their leadership. It's a compliment to it. When they bring someone alongside to help them navigate the tough parts, sometimes that outside perspective is all you need. And this is a part most people don't believe until they're on the call with me. You don't have to hire me. You don't have to sign anything. You don't have to commit to anything. You don't have to agree to a plan. The call itself is the win. Because in that call, it's going to give you clarity, direction, perspective, confidence, even a path forward. Even if we never speak again. Even if you walk away and run with your own plan. Even if your only takeaway is, hey, we're going to be okay. That matters. That is healing. That is progress. And that, my friend, is leadership. You know, the people I respect the most, the ones who quietly accept that something has to change, and then they do something about it. Not the loudest voice, not the most opinionated person on Facebook, certainly not the one who thinks they know everything, but the leader who says, let's talk to someone who can help. That's courage. That's humility. That's putting the students first. And that person, that's the one who saves programs. So if anything I said in here made your stomach flip, spoke to you in some way, made you feel some sort of way, I mean, if you heard yourself in these stories, if your board is tired or your director is overwhelmed or your program is stuck in a cycle, be the brave one. Make the call. Not because it leads to hiring me, not because it locks you into anything, not because you should, but because you deserve support. Your program deserves stability. Your kids deserve a community that works. I mean, it takes 30 seconds to schedule and 30 minutes to change direction. The link is in the description. You can also ask for the scheduling link on the social post that I put out there promoting this episode. I'll send it to you. And whenever you're ready, I'll be there. I want you to know that you are not alone. You're not failing. You're not behind. You're not the only one struggling. But you can be the person trying to fix it. And that makes you the bravest person in the room.